Carol and I just bought. I'm not going to brag this house up. It's just an old house, 1900, but the price was right, $48,000. And it was appraised for $63,000, but that's when real estate was down. The seller who sold to me said it was appraised for $75,000 a couple years ago. We picked it up for $48,000. When there's a hill where the last house on the street, that garage over there, that does not belong to us. That belongs to this guy over here. This house over here has their garage across the street, and he owns that whole hill there. But anyway, when you consider $48,000 for this house, also consider that it has a new paint job inside and out a couple years ago, had a brand new roof put on it, and it also had a brand new furnace, a broiler in there that heats our water as well, and just a couple years ago. And it also has a new circuit breaker board with all new wiring and all that stuff. But we're just going to walk through here now, and so I can get around. Now the sun's shining, so it's going to be a little shiny, but anyway, maybe I can zoom in on the garage here. I'm trying to see my buttons there. There's our garage. Now we'll zoom back, and we're gonna just walk back here and to the garage. The sun's kind of shining bright, so you know, shining the wrong way. But anyway, there's the back stairs that lead to our back door. I want you to point out that there's an L-shaped porch there, but I'll be showing you that in a minute. Right now, I just want to go back into the yard here, so you can see that we got a fence back there, and of course, as we turn around, you see that hill continues in the back of the house, and there's the back of that guy's garage across the street. And he said that I could do anything with that land in there I want, because he doesn't do anything with it. So someday, you know, next year or the year after, I want to plant beautiful flowers on that ridge there. And I want, you know, to have a beautiful flower yard, you know. I'm going to go back behind the garage here, and if you see some brush that's grown up there, I'm going to have to take that out. I've got a yard raking to do leaves and everything. And once you rake your leaves here, if you set them out front, they'll pick them up on Fridays. It's during November, but I have to get them out in November here, so I ain't got much time to get it done. Anyway, there's the back of the house. There's the back door that leads to the porch, and so on. But this is the back end of the house, and I'll show you inside the garage. But I want you to know there's some debris in the garage that they left behind, and the seller of the house, he's going to have someone come and pick that up for me, and some of it won't be. Some of it I'll actually keep. I mean, stuff I want. But we're going to go in here now, and this is the garage. Now, one thing to notice on this garage is that sheetrock, I did not put that up. That was there when I bought the house, and I will be taking that down. And if I ever sheetrock this place, I will insulate it and do it right. But, you know, this house was built in 1900, and this garage there, what amazed me is those studs are new. Those studs are new. And one thing I want you to know, that up there is a loft. If you see you notice there's a ladder that goes up to the loft. In fact, I'm going to take you up there. But first, just to show you our storage, but first, those boxes, that's all cardboard. That's going to be recycled cardboard. That'll be gone. And when we get this debris on the floor out of here, left over from the people before, and I should say the seller of the house is going to take his old lawnmower back because I don't want it. It doesn't work right. I'm going to buy a new one next spring and start fresh. I'm going to go up these stairs here and show you the storage we got up here on top of the barn, because this was an old loft, probably where they had hay for the livestock. This garage was probably a barn at one time, but we're going to get up higher here. See, I can actually come up here and walk up here. I can actually stand up here. I'm standing up right now, and you can see the storage here. And we got stuff already, a few things stored up here. But you can see the storage we have in our garage. Well, I'm going to pause this until I get downstairs a minute. Okay, I'm downstairs, and now I want to turn around and show you something. Right there, let me zoom in on it. There's a saw, table saw left behind. Craftsman, but it's mounted to an old board, and it works. I already ran it once. I'm going to be working with that, see what I can do with that. And I know the garage is a mess, but we have been so busy with moving that I have not had a chance to get to it. I've been one chore with another at house. From hanging up curtain rods, helping Carol screwing curtain rod hooks, to you name it. I've had to do it from, you know, and you're going to see one thing I had to do as an example in just a second. But I'm going to start from the front and go onto the front door, because I want you to show you this L-shaped porch. And as I turn, you can notice the leaves in the yard that I'm going to have to rake up. By the way, I'm going to show you something in the basement when we get down there. But right there is a gutter that I had them put in the cellar that helps keep the water out of my basement from that hill or from that garage. We also put drain pipes up there and on his garage, but it still leaks water in my basement, so I'm gonna have to work, but only in one place in the basement. You'll see it ain't bad, but it's confined down here, so only the one room. And it used to be a coal room when they had the old coal furnace. Now I have an oil burning furnace now, broiler I should say. It heats the water. I don't even have to run the hot water heater in the wintertime, only in the summertime when we shut the furnace off. But here's one side of the porch, and please excuse our mess, but we just moved. We do not have everything in place yet. I'm going to shut this door so you can see. This is the door we just came in, and the porch goes that way, but the porch also goes that way. And again, we still have mess. We still have stuff up here that has to be either thrown away, stored, or something. Trying to make up our mind and get into it, really, because we have so much stuff to go through. But making up our mind whether it stays in the house or goes stored in the garage, you know. And this wardrobe we bought and I put up for our colts and stuff. But look, watch this. If you look at all these windows and those and all these windows down the side, that all has that shrink plastic on there. That I winterized the windows and put that shrink plastic. That was a problem, and even on these windows down there. But those windows there gave me the hardest problem, believe it or not, the smaller ones. The ones on the outside, no problem. You're hanging up, no problem. They just stayed good. But this one here, I had to put it on 3 times, and the third time I had to fix it 7 times until finally I got some of that shipping tape, and because it kept, you know, breaking loose. So I got that shipping tape and held it on there, now it's holding. And this one gave me a problem too, and I don't know why, but if you look on here, the tape there was stuck to white paint, and these were stuck to that blue paint, and maybe it sticks to the white paint better, I don't know. But that gave me some real problems. But anyway, we're going to go through here, and then, oh, let me turn around and go back a minute. I wanted to show you at the end of this, past this bookshelf. By the way, the reason that bookshelf is out here is because it doesn't fit in the house. We have low ceilings, 6'4" ceilings, and this bookshelf is taller, so it's out here. But we have a door that goes into the living room here. Just wanted to show you that. This bookshelf used to have Carol's VH tapes, videotapes on it at the old place, but we got a new place for her VH tapes now that you'll see soon here. But now we got books on it and on the porch. She don't want to put VH tapes on the porch. And this is the back door to the kitchen, and this is the back door to the outside. Here, I'll open it a minute. And there you see the outside to the garage and to the yard again. That's the one that goes out. And now we go into the kitchen. This is the kitchen area where we come in. And by the way, let me back up to the door again. Come in, and first thing you see is doors going upstairs. And I'll be taking you up there in a minute. But this is the kitchen area here. And if you turn around here, there's where you get into the kitchen counter and sink, and there's our stove, and the back door is on the right down. The door to the basement's on the right down there, and there is our washer and dryer. I'm going to back up here. We bought the washer brand new, but the dryer and the stove and the refrigerator and the nice refrigerator all came with the house, and it's all pretty newer stuff that he's bought within the last couple of years for his place when he rented it out to renters. But anyway, there's the stairs going up there. There's the back door we came out of. There's storage there. We got canned food in them 2 doors with shelves. I built some shelves and put shelves in there. And there's the table. And here's the living room coming up now. Now, I have that door taped too, and that gave me problems too. But there's a new love seat we bought from a renter center, but we didn't rent it. We just cash and carry bought a couch 2 months old there, and we paid them cash and had them deliver it. And this is our living room. And let me turn around so you can see this wall. Now there's most of my VH tapes there. That's my videos and DVDs, and those are books there on that one. But to the left, that's all my stuff. You wait till you see Carol. She has 5 times, 6 times what I got. And if you turn around this way, there's entertainment center and a blanket shelf and our TV entertainment center. And there's a air conditioning sleeve there that was just an empty hole when I came here. And I had put styrofoam and then a bunch of regular insulation, about 2 feet of it, to fill it up. And plus I made that cap for it right there and then capped it. And we go off the kitchen. Here's the, here I'll turn on the light here. And this has got a shower in it, and the bathtub does. And there's the bathtub, and it's just a bathtub. And I'm going to turn around here and show you the gee, it's a little bit small here, small confined area here. I'm going to try to shut this door. We have it propped open for the cat and get to the cat box down there. But we have cupboards, in the sink, in the bathroom on that side behind the door, and not bad. And I'm going to turn this out and get out of here. Now I show you the kitchen and the living room and the bathroom, but let's see here. Carol's not going to like me for this, but this is our master bedroom. Carol's just waking up. I wouldn't come in if she wasn't decent, but she's under the covers, and she's just waking up. And those storage shelves were in the apartment we came from. There was a walk-in closet. We had storage there, and that's the only place I could put it, or put it in the garage in this house. But Carol, the stuff on it, the stuff she likes to get into once in a while, she doesn't want to be going in and out of the garage for it. So we found a place in our bedroom where we figured all we do is sleep at night. And so This is our master bedroom. We still trying to find curtains for the place. By the way, all the blinds you see in this house, I had custom made at Home Depot for each window. Hi, Carol. Let me do something here. Let me turn on the light. There. Yeah, I want that good. Look at the camera and say hello, Carol. Hi, baby.
Right.
Hey, look at me. Hi, baby. she's just waking up. She's probably gonna slug me when she gets up, you know. But this is part of the house, and I had to get it on now. The reason is I want the whole scene of the house on one videotape here for reasons. When I try to switch it to a DVD, it makes separate files if you do different sections of tape. Now what we're going to do, there's the door we first came in from the porch. There's the window, there's blinds again, custom made for a window. Those are the ones they screwed up though. That's the only window. There's about an inch short, but that's okay. It covers the window. That's all I care. But it looks pretty good considering they screwed it up. But, and I measured it right, and they even had my measurements on the paper, but it didn't come out that way. They screwed it up. This is what we carry upstairs. This is really a bedroom, but it's Carol's computer room right now. If you look here, I'll make sure this is zoomed back all the way if you can. I guess it is. If that's an entertainment center. That was left behind. They came with the house. That computer table came with the house. But everything else is ours. All the electronics on it and everything. And Carol's got a small TV. You can take a bigger one, obviously. But this is Carol's computer room. And right there, that couch came with the house. That couch came in the house. He left that behind. And there's a word processor. And Carol's old computer table, that's where my computer used to be on the apartment. And that's her old computer table. And again, that couch came. And Carol has 3 or 4 of these keyboards. She likes playing them. But this is her little territory here. You know what I mean? Her printer right there and computer. And we go in here. It's a little messy. I got some bills on the bed. And I told you that Carol found a place for VH tapes. And there they are. Amazing, huh? But there's her VH tapes. And over there, well, on this shelf here, she's got all her cassette tapes. Those are all cases of cassette tapes. And maybe a few of mine down there. And she's got more cassette tapes and stuff in there. Those boxes. And those cabinets down there is where she has her albums. You know, like albums, like 33 albums, 30, and whatever they call it. And now, before I met Carol, Carol once was single before she got together with me, and that's her bed left over from then. Carol and I bought the bed we sleep in now. And there's a table I bought since I've been here too. Carol's computer was on that over there, but now my computer's on it. And I take care of the bills, so you see a lot of bills on, you know, that kind of stuff. We got a chair here, and this room is paneled, and, you know, and all that stuff. Well, this is the upstairs. So we have a 3-bedroom house. This is 2 of them, but you know what I mean? Upstairs and 1 down that you see in Carol in the sack. You'll have to forgive Carol, but she was just waking up. She goes to bed late. We're night owls. But I wanted to get up early so I could get this. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you the basement. Okay? Show you the leak down there. And all that stuff. Turn on here. Here's the basement door. And this house was built in like 1900. So these stairs, I really got to look to go down here. Because I got to bend my head. I don't know what a tall man would do. I literally have to sit on these stairs and slide through down here to get into my basement. And, well, it ain't the only way I get into the basement. I'll show you another way right now. It's a dirt floor on this part of it. But if you turn around right there, those doors, you open them up and you can go right outside into the yard. And it ain't that far to the ground, only a foot to the ground. And then it goes that hill, then it goes down the ground. But I'm going to go turn this on and show you the water. If you see, let me turn this on. If you see in here, That was an old coal room where they used to put coal, with an old coal furnace used to be there, but this is not a coal furnace now. That's a new broiler put in here a couple years ago. But this has a little water. I'm going to have to get a pump, maybe bleaching these walls down. I'm going to have to find a way around this. I haven't got that far, but I have, in the meantime, I got to keep it pumped out. No big problem. It's confined to that room anyway. And this is, whoops, let me get the light going on here. There's the circuit breaker box. It's a big box. Here, open up. It's got a, you know, this house has got good wiring in it. And this one's got concrete on the floor. And this wall, this is where they just poured the cement on the foundation. These are not blocks or bricks. But these walls are in good shape. No leaks in the walls anyway. And you can see my exerciser there. Eventually, that's like a Chuck Norris Total Gym, except it's not a Total Gym. It's just a copycat of the Total Gym. I got it cheaper that way. And there's the oil tank, and it's about, and I had about 217 gallons of oil pumped in it in October, and there's where our air conditioning duct comes down from the kitchen below the dryer. And I don't know if I'll ever cement this floor or not. For a while I might use plastic down here so I don't track mud up to the kitchen. But, oh, there's our thing now, though. Hot water heater, I don't even have running now. I got that completely turned off because that broiler there, the burner, heats our water. But then come summertime, you got to turn that off. And so when you turn that off, then you got to turn the hot water heater on, and so heat the water in the summertime, the hot water heater does. And so I turned the light off. I just wanted to show you that water down there. But I got to be pumping that out. It just rained all weekend, that's why that's there. And I didn't knock the cobwebs out of down here. I ain't been able to do much. I got to go back here and turn this light off back here in this room. I don't plan on doing much living down here except in this room, maybe to exercise, and that room over there to pump water out. That's about it. I had on the floor, that what you see, and I had this furnace guy in here who cleaned out the furnace and did a lot of repairs, and that's the stuff that he replaced. That's the old stuff. And that white one up there, let me zoom in on it, is the new one. The furnace guy, that cost me close to $500. But I didn't pay the whole $500. The seller of the house and I went half and half on it. And so there are those steps upstairs. I suppose I could show you how these doors here open up to outside. It won't be a big deal. They open up like this, and then you can see the ground, how it goes into the backyard, and that's an easy way to get stuff in the basement here. But just thought I'd show you. Shut that up here. Then close these doors up, and this winter I might be putting plastic across these doors too. Well, I'm going to go back upstairs now. Up these stairs and out. Got to really bend. I see this is pinching me in here, and it's a tight squeeze getting back up into the kitchen. And then we're back upstairs. Well, that is our house for now. And I'll see how this comes out and see if I want to add to it. But that's the tour of the house. And again, it doesn't necessarily mean that wall will stay that way. There's a lot of stuff you had to get out of the box to see. What I did is I moved everything with the car, my station wagon. So we'd bring 10 boxes full of stuff, and then we'd have to empty it, take the 10 empties box back to the apartment, get filled with 10 more stuff, and we just had to go somewhere with stuff when unpacking the boxes. And so we got everything where it needs to go. We're still at the tail end of the move here. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go. Okay, Carol's got her own computer room. Oh, one more thing I'll show you upstairs here. I forgot to mention. This right there came from the apartment. We had my videos on it, but now Carol's got more videos on it. But right here, this Chester door came with the house. So this Chester door, that couch, that entertainment center, and that computer desk table, the up and down on. The computer chairs were ours. We had them at the old place. I bought them brand new a couple years ago. But I just wanted to mention that. But anyway, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to shut this off. Oh, one thing a couple things I want to point out too, and I forgot, is this carpet in the living room here. We had laid brand new. I bought it at Martin's here, which is like a liquidation store, brand new, and then they paid a couple guys to do it. Now, I'm going to go back in here to the bedroom, again, the master bedroom, because we also had this carpet. Carol and I bought this, and I paid a couple guys to lay it in here. And so the carpet in here is brand new. There's my wife again. She's mad because I came in here. But at least she's a little bit decent there. And then this kitchen carpet, Carol and I actually bought brand new at the apartment a year or two ago, and just laid it. We just laid this underneath, threw it like a throw rug. And so I just, you know, vacuumed it real good and laid it on this one. And so this is just laid on there, because it's not wall to wall, it's not big enough. But the living room one and the bedroom one, brand new, they were wall to wall, brand new now. And these carpet on the stairs probably will need replaced someday, but that came with the house. And this carpet up here, I want to re-show you this carpet up here. Concentrate on. This he laid brand new a couple years ago, and this renters that he rented us house to, they never hardly came up here, and just had a little mark in the middle. But when I shampooed it, it came out, and this thing looked like a brand new carpet when I was done shampooing it once. So I stayed with it. It looks brand new. Leave it alone. And this carpet in here, I shampooed it, and it came out, looked brand new. And so you just laid both of these a couple years ago brand new, and they hardly came up here, and I shampooed them, so they're like brand new. And by the way, the living room rug, let me zoom in on this rug more here, get a little closer. The living room rug was this color downstairs when we bought the house, but they did live down there. And it had all kinds of marks on it, and I shampooed it, and they didn't come out they came out kind of okay, but they were still there. And Carol says, nah, and the house was empty then. I thought, well, if we're going to lay a carpet, that's the time to do it. Now I'm going to pause this because I forgot to show you something for Joey Lindu. I was talking to him about out by the garage, and I'm going to pause this and go out to the garage and pick that up on this recording for Joey Lindu. Okay, we're out on the porch, and I'm opening up this back door to go outside here, so I wanted to show Joey, and actually people, anyone, something about the garage I forgot to mention. I meant to mention. I didn't shut my door good enough. This thing's open if I don't shut it right. That's not what I wanted to show you. I'm not going to go in the garage. But if you notice down there, it's about a foot or so or more from the ground to the garage level floor. That's why they put them little things that the renter had a snowmobile, and he probably put that to get a snowmobile out. And I just left it because I have a two-wheeler, dolly that I use and I go in and out, but I have the choice of someday building that ground up to that level so I can drive the car in there, or I have the choice of building a little bridge that goes from this over to there. I'm not sure what I want to do. It won't be done this year. It'll be next summer, maybe the next summer. But again, this garage floor door, that's a wood floor there, and there's a foot underneath the garage. I discovered that because the cat got out of the house, and she's an indoor cat. She got out and she went underneath the garage, and I had to go in the back of the garage and shine a light on it. There's a foot between this floor, but it's pretty strong wood floor, and it will hold the car weight in here. They put cars in semi-trailers, and that floor is good, very strong. It probably had livestock cows in there. Maybe there wasn't even a wood floor in there at one time, but they had to put this board there. He said that blue board on the bottom one was rotten. Well, okay, folks, that's going to be it. Adios. Goodbye. What you're looking at right now is the house that my wife Carol was raised up in. We're looking at the front view. In a minute, I'm going to be pausing this. I'm going to drive in that driveway so that you can see the side view, that you can see the barn attached to it, and this will be another example. But one thing I want you to notice is this house needs a paint job bad. You can see that very clear. Let's zoom in on it. You can see where it needs paint really bad on it. This is a nice house, and would be for someone who had a lot of money, who could afford to fix it up. Put $100,000 into it, he'd probably be a nice big house for him. But what you're seeing is you got two sides of this house. You got up and downstairs that size, you got up and downstairs that size. This is a huge house. Well, I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to drive into the driveway and start shooting again. Okay, here we go. Okay, I just pulled the car in the driveway. Now you can see the barn attached to the house back there. Here, I'll zoom in on that a little bit. But the thing about this place is that barn has not been converted into more house base yet. But it's just another example of a barn being attached to the house in the older days. And as you can see up and down the siding, this house needs a paint job or a siding job or something really bad. I'm going to pause this a second. I'm going to get out and see if I can get some side shots of this house and walk around the other side. Okay? Okay. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm out of the car now. And there's the front of the house again. There's the side. You see how it looks. There's my car. Carol, there's my wife Carol. Say hi, Carol.
Hi.
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 Here's my precious wife Carol. And we're going to be walking back here so you can see how this looks as we're walking back through this driveway. This is the big driveway that Carol's dad once upon a time used to use a snowblower to. And you see, there's how this looks here. This is a big house, and when you get back here, I'm going to go like this and see how big this is. There's a lot of house to this house. There's the barn. We're going to go see what's down here. I have to watch my step every once in a while, so this camera jumps because I'm going back and forth with my eyes because I don't want to trip down here. You know, and this is the back. We get down below the barn, you see a door there. This is a barn attached to a house. It's the one Carol was raised in again. And here's how it looks in the back. And there's a window. Here, we're going to go down here and shoot the back of the barn here. And there's the barn. We're in the front of the house again, as you can see, and we're going to go to the left side, but I want you to notice the house next door has got a barn house attached to it. Our barn attached to the house is what I meant to say. Just to show you how barn houses are in Maine. We're just showing examples of what barn houses in this state. I'm really impressed. And so here's how this house, Carol's house, looked on this side. There. And now, zoom in. There's another porch on this side. We'll just keep walking around here. Is that their driveway or yours there? Carol? Carol? Is that their driveway or yours right there?
That's theirs.
That's theirs?
Yeah.
But anyway, this is how this house looks on this side. This is a big house. But anyway, this is the house Carol was brought up in, and I'm sure the paint job looked a little better in those days. And so, we're going to go back this way. I'm going to pause. Well, maybe I'll just keep it on as we walk back. There's the houses across the street. Look at, you know. I'm going to pause this.